honestly, this is like probably one of the biggest moments of Blur's entire life, because he has knocked out some amazing players.
Yes.
He is in the third, fourth place match, tying it up with Slush after a convincing win. A little bit of a risky strategy, very fragile strategy, but he executed it so well with that tank placement that he was able to take the win. And here we are going into Game 3. It was Slush's map choice on Blistering Sands, and there's Slush in the bottom left versus Blur in the top right.
Is it worth $250 to try to get another quick win here?
I think it is worth $250 of entertainment value to go for the 12 drone rush.
All right, we will see shortly. I don't know, after it already failed, and I'm sure Blur was watching the stream at the time. We'll find out here shortly if we see an Overlord pop up there on 9. Probably not going to happen, and there it is. So no craziness out of Slush in this one, and rightfully so. You don't necessarily want to give your opponent a heads up on what might happen, but who knows? Maybe Blur will be a little bit more receptive to think it could actually happen.
True. There's the Overlord popping out right now for Slush. Meanwhile, back into the base of the opponent, Blur, a wall-off coming down. The big concern for Terran, obviously, is going to be this backdoor region right here, because normally Terran does bunker defenses, maybe cute wall-off defenses, but with that backdoor, which is essentially guaranteed to fall if Zerg wants it to fall, Terrans need to have a lot of units out fast, either a big mech army or a lot of Marines and Marauders with Stim already finished.
And 14 out, may go for 14 hatch on this one, is going ahead and collecting some minerals up to 300, and will drop that on 14 with the pool to follow. May go for this quick hatch into, of course, Speedling build, and I think that potentially some Banelings coming in here too, but having the Speedlings makes it so much better to be able to hit the back door, then the front door, then back and forth, back and forth. It's going to try to take out this SCV who's currently building that barracks. Another SCV comes down, chases him away, pretty standard, and SCV does scout the 14 hatch that went down.
So it does look like Slush has thrown down the pool. No gas geysers coming up yet. There's the drone sneaking its way into the main. Wants to get a good eye on what's going on. Blur may very well do yet another little plant on that gas geyser. No, it looks like Zerg is going to be conquering it right off the bat. Really, Blur's not going to be very happy about that, because as we've seen, he is very much so a tech-oriented player, loves his Banshees, loves his tanks, loves all sorts of things, and we're going to see if Slush is going to do the annoying cancel rebuild control on this extractor.
Yeah, which is obviously really important to keeping. Yes, he does. It always looks like it completes, but then you can still cancel it at the right moment. He does get it down, and the Marine has to try to focus the drone, but you usually need 2 to go in there. We do have gas being collected now. Currently, we've got just 20 down for Slush. He's probably going to be going for speed right away, and he is going for 2 queens in this particular situation. So another cancel, rebuild, and this Marine is definitely going to earn his pay today.
Now, Blur should be a little bit careful with this Marine rally. If 2 Marines arrive at the same time, that's a very easy way for Zerg to know an extractor is up, but it does look like Blur is going for the same build he went for in those Terran vs. Terran games, just a standard 3 barracks play. And honestly, Slush can always cancel this extractor and re-scout again with that drone.
Has 100 gas, but speed is not down quite yet. Gonna go throw out another Overlord. There he cancels, tries to get away, but with 3 Marines, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do. So 3 racks are up now. Tech Lab, reactor for those racks. And I guess this SCV might be putting something here at the back rocks, just in case some Zerglings decide they want to chip away at those rocks, and I really do like that as well, just keeping aware of what is going at your back door. Meanwhile, what's coming out for the Zerg? Finally, Speedling is done, but the drone production continues.
Does look like the Stim and the Combat Shield are going down. In the Zerg vision, we see that he has no idea that these 2 barracks are hidden here in this fog. Layer now going down for Slush, speed coming up. And now, ordinarily, players would go for Speed Zergling and Mutalisk, and then, after that was all said and done, they would begin getting Banelings in the mid-game, but Zergs have started to make the Baneling nest when the layer is about halfway to 3/4 finished. They really like the fact that they can hold off these sorts of very fast pushes from Terran. Slush tried to do another scout in, but these are just so far back, it didn't work.
Yeah, really hard to do unless you have that speed upgrade, and it comes oh so later after layer. So we do have 2 Spine Crawlers out out there at the front. I do like that. Overlord over the back rocks for Slush as well. The great way for the Zerg to identify what's going on there. And then the Baneling Nest is indeed being constructed just as that lair is going to finish. A lot of Lings on the way as well, so he's definitely prepping up for something here.
Does look like they're starting to sweep around to the north side of this watchtower, and now they're finally moving around, but uh-oh, he's got to be careful. There's a bunch of Zerglings coming here to pinch this off. With this timing push, Blur cannot afford to lose that number of Marines at this stage. He's moving forward, very smart, trying to scoot the Marauders, because look at that, 2 Marauders on the bottom, 2 Marauders on the top, cupping around these these Marines in the middle.
Nice job. Zergling does peek through there, sees there's at least no expansion up. The door is open, but he can't quite get in, and Blur is going to move out, and he will move out to the Xel'Naga tower side. He has vision over there, and there are Banes out being morphed currently. We've got centrifugal hooks being done, but that upgrade is not going to be done before these Marines finally get here, and they do have stim.
It does look like Blur's beginning to advance forward. It looks like there's just 2 Banelings out right now, 2 more morphing. Blur's going to try to dart forward, but he sees that there are these spine crawlers there. Is he going to go for it? He does! He has the Marines in the front. He needs to be careful. He's pulling him back, and there's a little bit of a hiccup, and now he is pulling back. Banelings all pulling around, and there's the good game as Blur gets completely decimated. That is a very good reason why parents dislike that map. They feel obligated to do these sorts of big Marine Marauder plays early on, but as you can see, good surrounds and good creep spread shuts them down easy.
Yeah, some easy Banes. I guess 4 Banes and a lot of Zerglings, all it took. Good build by Slush, nice response, and was certainly able to close that chapter very quickly, which means that we could go on to a situation where Slush could win in this next matchup here, as we are going to go to map number 4, and it looks like that map is going to be Delta Quadrant.